Hey, it's your guy Tyrrell back with the interviews. With the European season weeks away, here at the interviews, we had a lot of thinking to do. Was there a player that didn't fit your standard last season? Did he not perform to the level that you expected him to? And can he still do it? Don't worry, here at the interviews, we've got you covered. So on this edition of the interviews, we're going to break down 5 key players in Europe that need to be better this season. So when we broke down our 5 players that need to step their game up in Europe, a lot of them ended up being strikers. So we'll start with the first one. From Italy at Milan, Andre Silva, big money signing, expected to lead the line for Milan last season. Didn't do it. 2 league goals is not enough. Got placed to the bench for Catrone, for Kalinic. He needs to be better. He didn't have a great World Cup. He didn't have a great season. What can he do here? Well, you look at his all-around game. It's good. Could play with his back to goal, could run in behind, but he's just not finishing around the final third. Perhaps the move and adapting to a new league is really tough. Perhaps that got to him, but he needs to be better this season. We will be watching him and analyzing his every move, but last season wasn't good enough. And if he is supposed to be the next big thing in Portugal, 2 league goals needs to be improved. It's not good enough. He has to be better. We go to number 2. We stick in Italy. Gonzalo Higuain, 16 league goals, matches his Champions League total from the previous season with 5. Still, Juve squeaked their way to a Scudetto title. They weren't good enough last season. Just got by. If there was a legitimate challenger, if Napoli just showed some consistency down the stretch, they would have been Serie A winners for the first time in a very long time. However, they didn't do it. Gonzalo Higuain, this could be it for him. Is it? Is it not? Will he stay with Ronaldo there? Can he form a partnership? He'll want to. If he gets moved to Chelsea or to another Premier League side, he needs to prove that he could be the main man in a title-winning side, or a side that the bare minimum challenges. Gonzalo Higuain, whatever the cynics want to say about him, can be a world-class striker, has all the tools to do that. He was peak Napoli heading into his days at Juventus. Last season wasn't a good one. Was it a bad season? Is it the end of Gonzalo Higuain? We have to stay tuned to find out, but at the moment, he needs to step his game up heading into the 2018-2019 season, which leads us to another Real Madrid striker, Karim Benzema. 5 league goals, not good enough, especially for a player of his stature. Real Madrid finished light years away from Barcelona in the league. They're gonna want to win the league this season. New management, new chance for Benzema to get the job done. He didn't even get called up for a France side that won the World Cup, which says a lot about him, considering that they didn't have a natural striker that has the movement that he does, that can finish around the box like he does. He has to be kicking himself. He needs to be better. Ronaldo's gone now. Now, instead of making those runs for Ronaldo, creating that space, perhaps it could be his time to show that he still can be an elite striker, and if he's going to do it, it has to be now. Like Higuain, was that just a bad season for Benzema, or is this the end? He has to be better, and we will be analyzing that as well. And now we get to the 2 midfielders that are left. Thiago Alcantara reaching his peak, but what is he going to give us? How good is he? Can he dominate games for an entire season? Can he push Bayern to the promised land in the Champions League? They haven't been in a Champions League final in a very long time. It's been a few years. They need that midfield to get it together. Thiago has been tipped to be this golden boy midfielder that came from Barcelona, that's supposed to be the next big thing. He's not looking like a Xavi. He's not looking like, per se, a Toni Kroos or Luka Modric. The talent is there. The hype is there. Time to deliver. He needs to do it now. Thiago, this is your chance. You're hitting your peak years. You didn't do it for Spain, but if you're going to prove it to us, you're going to need to do it this season, because if not, then we will be carving you, because you need to be better. And then we get to our final player who really does need to have a great 2018-2019 season. Andre Gomes just doesn't look like it's working out at Barcelona. Being linked to Arsenal, should he go? Should he try and stay and stick it out? He just doesn't look like he fits the mold, making a lot of mistakes, giving the ball away. Doesn't look like he understands the system there was a lot of hope for Andre Gomes heading into his career, leaving Valencia, going to Barcelona, not even considered for that Portuguese squad, and that is a big indictment on him. He needs to be better. How can he do that? What is his natural role? We don't really know anything about Andre Gomes since he's joined Barcelona. We don't know if he's regressed, perhaps he doesn't understand the system, or if this the player that he really is, not able to step up to the limelight, not amongst Europe's elite. Perhaps the move was too soon. Perhaps he needs to take a step back, move forward. Perhaps Arsenal is the place for him to really resurrect his career. But like the other players that we've mentioned last season, and perhaps for Gomes a few seasons, just not good enough, needs to be better here. But let us know what you guys think. Do you agree with our top 5 list? Were there players that we missed? Meet us in the comments below. Don't forget I upload videos every day, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And that was your daily dose of the interviews.